Hi internet, so I want to do a December wrap up TBR video. So I recorded my TBR video for December and I kind of want to do just a wrap up on that and what books I did actually get to, what books I read and how I went in general in December with my TBR and books that I wanted to read. Okay, so first we'll start with my TBR and compare it to what I read. So the first book on my TBR was The Young Elites by Marie Lu. I did complete this book. I think I've recorded a review for it. Not sure if I posted it, but yeah, so that will be coming out or linked here once it is there. The next book was Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Reich. I completed this book I think on like the 27th of December, so it was the second to last book I finished for the month. I loved it. I'll link to the review here. Yeah, I just love this book. I can't wait till the next one. The reason that it took me so long to finish reading this book was, as I think I said in my TBR, this is a book that I know I'd have to invest time for and I'd read within 24 hours after I got to about chapter 4 or 3. So I was like, if I read any more, I'm not going to stop, and I didn't want to invest time in books at that stage, so that's why. The next book on my TBR was Horns by Joe Hill. I did not get to this book this month. It will be going on my January TBR because I really do want to read it. I also have Heart-Shaped Box by Joe Hill, so if I do like this one I will be reading that as well. Yeah, I'm just kind of annoyed that I didn't get to it, but I will be picking this up definitely. The next one was A Thousand Pieces of You by Claudia Gray. I don't know what it is about this book. Like, I love it. I love the science in it. I love the story behind it, but I think I'm just getting too anxious about the protagonist and who she's meant to be going after that I'll read a chapter or 20 words and then I'll just put it down and then I won't come back to it for a few days and then I'll do it over and over again. So this is just going on my first half of 2015 TBR, and hopefully I finish it soon. The next book was Let It Snow by Joe Green, Marie Donson and Lauren Markle. I finished the John Green novel in this, which I realised after finishing that I should have read it in order. I started the Lauren Michaels one and I've only got to the first chapter and then I put it down. I think because the particular character that's portrayed in that story I have a real thing against, like, since the first paragraph. So I'm going to have to get over that before I continue reading this. But it will probably just wait till next Christmas when I'm in the mood to read a Christmas contemporary. And the last one was just a mention, and that was Anne of Green Gables, which I once again didn't pick up, but I am like itching to pick this book up, so I will be soon. Now the other books that I've read in December that weren't in that TBR. So I finished 4 on the 24th of December, as well as We Are Liars by Lockhart. I love both these books. It's a cute novella. And yeah, I just loved We Were Liars. It's like, it's my heart. I think I gave both of these a 5. No, I gave 4 a 4 and I gave We Were Liars a 5. Also, I gave The Young Elites, I gave a 5. Snow Like Ashes, I gave a 5. I was really 5-ing. They were the only ones I read. So yeah, I read both these and I loved it, and I think reviews up for this one. I think a review's up for this one as well. I'll just link to any books that I put a review up for because I like to review like all the books that I read. The next one that I finished was Thief Magic by Trudy Canavan. I had started it earlier in the year and I picked it up again and read it. I want to invest time in rereading this before I pick up the next book, just because I did love it so much and the world building in this is fantastic. Like, I feel like I can just picture both worlds, and it's from 2 protagonists' point of view, and it's about magic and it's world, and I don't know how to describe this, but yeah, I gave this a 5. Surprise! It's so big. The next book I finished was A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. From memory I gave this a 3. I liked it. I don't feel the need to reread it, but I can see why it's lasted so many years. The next book I finished was Rebel Belle by Rachel Hawkins. I loved that book. I gave it a 5, although it could be teetering to a 4, so I might change that when I write down the review. But yeah, I did love that one as well. The last book that I have not talked about in a video, I know, is The Shocker Fall by Nathan Filler. So I picked this book up a while ago when it was on sale, or I got it for cheap. And I didn't hear anything about this book until about a month after I heard one thing. I was like, oh, well, I have to remember to pick that up. I saw it again in another video in December and then just picked it up. I finished this on like the 31st of December, and oh my god, I'm in love with it. It's written from the point of view of Matt, who is a schizophrenic, and it's him like dealing with his life and the death of his brother, and he's got pictures in here and you can see when he changed his mediums on what he's writing on. It's just like a compilation of things that were written stacked in a pile. Like, while reading the first 30 pages, I wanted to have finished reading it so I could tell people how great it was. I've already made my cousin read it. I love it, and just the way it's written, I don't know, I loved it. Can I say I loved it more? Probably. So that was like my December TBR, like wrap up TBR thing, I guess. But I hope you guys had a lovely December, and we'll have a lovely 2015, and I'll see you next video. Bye!